This RSBANDB update nibble originally aired on RSBANDB update 724. Enjoy. So we do have a listener question this week from Sunset Fish, and he asks, what is an element from a different MMORPG that you would not mind RuneScape implementing? He says, for me, I've always liked the idea of a marriage system like the Phoenix Dynasty online system, where both you and your partner were online at the same time. You get an XP bonus, plus matching titles is cute.
That is quite cute, actually.
Yeah, and, hey, legalized RuneScape marriage. People have been wanting that for years, right?
Damn e-daters.
Buying GF 1GP.
Oh.
As people used to say. Okay, so for me, I'm going to go first on this one, and I'm going to talk about the reputation system on Star Trek Online. And, about every year, about every 8 months or so, they bring out something called the new reputation system. I think there's 13 or 14 of them in-game right now. And what you do is you complete various queues, or as they're called now, task force objectives, I think. And you get a currency that you can spend in that reputation system. And first and foremost, you level that reputation system up to Tier 5 and eventually Tier 6. And you unlock things along the way that improve your character and can be used on your ships and your ground officers and your own officer itself. And it's one of the most dynamic forms of progression in that game, in that it offers the best equipment in the game for effectively zero cost. And that is something that is sorely missing from RuneScape right now, is that, yeah, we have masterwork and trim masterwork, we have the ports armors and whatnot, which are good, but what if there was a different system in place where every, and this is going to be a huge project, just say, every 6 to 8 months, or maybe even every 8 to 12 months, Jagex remastered one of the existing mini games in RuneScape and allowed that minigame and maybe some associated skills to farm various RuneScape reputation marks to level up a reputation system in RuneScape that provided a new means of progression that could award some of the best equipment in-game without needing to spend, billions or millions of EC or GP on it, and have it just be useful in whether you're skilling or whether you're doing combat. Or we already have the questing one, but you could maybe even have a questing-focused reputation system as well. And I think that's something that would be interesting to see from a progression standpoint, and could be one of the biggest updates that has ever been brought to RuneScape. So that's what I'd like to see.
Nice.
Cool.
Tanis, I know you play other MMOs, so I'll let you go first.
Yeah, so I guess the one thing that I would love is pretty common to just about any MMO, but I wish we had other playable races. Like, I think it'd be cool to have a character like that was an elf or dwarf, something like that. Yeah, I wish we weren't always just boring humans.
So characters.
Yeah, just give it a little flavor, a little spice. But I think the main thing that I would bring in would probably be the pay model of Star Wars: The Old Republic. It does that, like, everything. You have access to like the basic game and everything free, but then if you have subscribed at any time ever for like 1 month, then that puts you into another class called Preferred Class, which you still have access to, like, all of the content as of the time that you had subscribed. And it's kind of a middle tier for if you have subscribed in the past, you get more benefits than if you were just total free to play, even though you're not paying ongoing. And then, of course, you have the subscription where you get every expansion, DLC, everything new comes in, and you get a certain number of their currency and stuff, which for us would be like rune coins.
Yeah.
That would come with membership.
Okay.
So I'd like to see that. I think that would be I think that would be cool.